Folks, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here. I think I might have started speaking the second that the stream was scheduled to start, so I'm pretty proud of that. On time. Very on time. How are y'all doing tonight? As per usual, please let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to swap over to the game camera here. Edgar, Mike, HH Ray, Tyler, Senshi. Thanks for the comments already. Thanks for being here. Nikki, it's good to see you. Never miss a stream. Thanks for always being here, supporting the channel. Good to have you all here. We're going to be getting started, obviously, here. For those of you who are watching this after the live stream, again, as usual, thank you. Appreciate it. This will be the last episode of this particular series. Though, for those of you who try to frequent the Tuesday live stream, we will simply find another series to do. But this will be the last Rakarth episode we do. We're pretty much at the end of it. We technically already completed the campaign, but hey, a good round 10 episodes ought to be good. And then we'll find another series to do on here for our Tuesday streams. This Thursday, if you are interested, Thursday at roughly the same time, 8 o'clock US Central, we will be doing some Vermintide 2 streaming. I guess there's some new content, so I figured it'd be fun to jump back over to that. Last week we had an awesome stream on Age of Empires 3. We even ended up with a developer from the game in the stream playing games with me, which was pretty awesome. So it was fantastic. We had a good time with that one. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Stefano, thank you for being here. Painfully Average Gamer Dad, welcome. Mike says, I never thought I would watch people play or watch a man play a game until air. Well, you know what? I used to think that the idea of watching people play games was dumb too. And then I tried it, and I liked it, and then I started a YouTube channel. So I also used to think that a Total War Warhammer was dumb. So, you know, sometimes we're just wrong. And then you just go with it. Just go with it. Don't fight it. Stefano says, my family said the same thing, and yet here we are. There's a lot of people that said that watching video games was dumb. YouTube used to think that exact same way. They didn't like gamers on their platform. All they wanted was vloggers, or whatever you call it, video bloggers, whatever the heck it is. That's all they wanted. In fact, you couldn't monetize your channel as a gamer. You had to go through the MCN networks. And of course, they were always just there stealing your money. And so it was really a mess. And then here comes Twitch and starts blowing the lid off of YouTube when it comes to gaming content. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, we love gamers. Look, YouTube gaming. See? It's like, yeah. Would have been nice if you liked us before you thought we were just dollar signs in your eyes, but it is what it is. What a Sack says, morning from Bangkok. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from Bangkok. Keelan says, Heir of Carthage, how are you? It reminded me the new Vermintide FLC came out today. Yep, I'll be playing it Thursday. I'll probably try and jump into the Discord tomorrow night and play some with Pilgrim and them just to get ready for the stream on Thursday, assuming that they're available. But I usually have Pilgrim help me set up a crew to play that with because he actually knows kind of what he's doing in the game, and obviously I do not in any way, shape, or form. Non-aggression? I'm not paying you for a non-aggression pack. You can pay me for a non-aggression pack. Yeah, I think we'll wrap this one up here. I still want to do a co-op campaign with Mrs. Air. I'll have to talk to her and see if she's still okay with doing a co-op campaign. I think that'd be a really fun thing to stream. I'll have to see if she's still okay with the idea. It's obviously, you know, that's a pretty big time commitment to do something like that, and I gotta make sure that it's something she wants to do, since video games aren't her first choice of activity.
Your desire?
Beasts of belligerence.
I don't want to be in the water. I want to be on land. There we go. I think it counts as a reinforcement now. Regina is totally not an Aster spy, by the way, folks. What would you guys play as? Dark Elves? That is interesting. I guess it's because they don't want to have to deal with the reinforcements from Altdorf, maybe? It's very rare that you see the AI with big full stacks like this backing off. You know what I mean? Like that is not a common occurrence. They usually stand and fight because the AI loves their rocket stuff.
Chosen of Hecate.
But Franz is gonna get caught here.
Shaiish on you.
Gelt left him out to dry here. Gelt may be looking for a shiny new emperorship, pun intended, because he's all into metal.
I will destroy them.
I don't think Mrs. A would probably want to play Dark Elves. I'll bet she would have a lot of fun playing Ilario or like Fey Enchantress. She definitely wouldn't appreciate the Dark Elves' attire and mantra. She's seen Marathi before and she's like, ew, gross. Cracks me up. Yeah, hey, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks for being here. I had a headache, and it was kind of a boring day at work, actually. And it was snowing, despite the fact that, like, several weeks ago I was out on my kayak fishing. You know, I guess that spring came, like, it was dead cold frozen. We had, like, record-breaking cold. And then all of a sudden it flipped to spring, and it was like, okay, well, winter's gone. And then all of a sudden winter's like, no, bro, I wasn't done. I want one more shot. And so then that happened today, and then it's supposed to kind of warm back up again. And so I don't know, the weather can't make up its dang mind as to what's going on. But I guess that's just typical any spring. At least where I live, it's typical. Maybe some of you live in places where the weather is much more predictable. I lived in Arizona for a couple of years, and the weather there was much more predictable. If the weatherman just got on TV or weather lady and said it's gonna be bright and sunny, you'd be right like 364 days of the year. So predicting the weather out there was really rather easy.
Warrior! Death hag! We are ready.
All right, we will get reinforcements. We do have a Temple Luminarch across from us and 2 rocket batteries, as well as the Emperor Karl Franz. We're gonna get shot up a little, but what we could do is go ahead and start back behind this hill, where it'll be harder for the rockets to get at me. Though I don't think it impossible. Their range certainly extends near that far. There we go. Many of my troops may be hidden from view, though, which could be a plus. Do this. Alright, here we go. North Carolina went from 80s to 30, but no snow. I just want some snow that isn't just 2 a.m. I don't mind snow in the wintertime. It's no longer wintertime, and so the snow can take a hike. And honestly, like, I typically actually kind of like the wintertime. I get to do some bird hunting, gives you a break from all the bugs and stickiness and all that other stuff. Like, there's a lot of benefits to the wintertime that I really enjoy. Now that said, this last winter we ended up with this weird spell, so like, in Arkansas at least, it's very rare for it to get below freezing and stay below freezing for more than like a day or two at a time. And we got down and we had like a few days straight of like very negative temperatures, like negative Fahrenheit, right? Not just Celsius. It was like negative Fahrenheit, so it was stupid cold for days on end. With very little reprieve, and I just had enough of it. Like, I was all of a sudden very done with winter this year, and then, like I said, all of a sudden it was spring, and which is great. I was fine with that. Like, things started warming up. I started going to the lake, like trying to get some fishing in. The water was still kind of cold, and I was like, well, the water will warm up real quick. And then all of a sudden, like, it's just like winter was back. So I don't know, like it can't make up its dang mind. I'm gonna send the dragon up to help protect these guys. Let's go ahead and move our shades forward. I need to get these two big groups together. Oh my gosh, I hate rockets. Oh my gosh, look at that. We deleted half of Blackguard in a single rocket volley. Ugh, I hate rockets. Like, I really hate rockets. Alright, there we go. I mean, they're okay when I'm using them, and the AI is getting wrecked by them, but whenever it's my troops getting wrecked, I can't, it's hard to appreciate, you know? Call me selfish. And it's probably because I am. There we go. Let's this big group up. They're dragging up here. What is the AI doing? Are they repositioning to go camp? Look at this, already 23 kills, 15, 16 kills. Like, freaking rockets. Let's go. Not fire at will. I'm hoping to get up close enough to assassinate the rockets and the Luminarch. Okay, the rockets are actually repositioning. Good thing for me that the AI is incredibly stupid. Repositioning is the last thing that those rockets want to be doing. My shades are still invis, so let's push up a little closer. And we should be able to melt one of the rocket batteries here. Get just a hair closer. Yeah. This is good, this is good. Alright. You all melt the rockets. You all get the other rockets. All shades, by the way, go into a defensive formation. Alright, group 1, let them have it. Alright. Gotten rid of the rockets nearly. Let's get rid of Franz. I'm gonna keep some Witch Elves, because I think Franz is gonna try and charge me back here. No, he's going for my Hydra. Or, sorry, my Medusa. What a dope. Well, no one ever accused Franz of being particularly intelligent. Alright, we got Witch Elves. Oh, good, yeah. Witch Elves, get those Demigryph Knights. Well, not typically a fight that I would be absolutely crazy about. Alright, Franz got melted. Let's just kind of reposition our shades. Let's get a Sister of Slaughter to help protect their flank here. And shades can just go back to fire at will. Let's cut down the Luminarch. Alright, oh, I got one of my sorceresses basically killed. That's good. Good thing I was paying attention. At least it wasn't Regina.
Brides of Cain, spreading despair.
Okay. You know what though? We can just pretty much. Let's not chase these. Let's just kill them with their shades. I think the AI should be about to chain route. They already should have chain routed because Franz is dead and they don't have anything feasible for beating me here. Yay, I didn't lose my fire sorceress, despite my complete lack of control. Witch Elves, anytime you feel like it, get in there and kill those infantrymen. That'd be great. Alright, anytime you want. Anytime you want there. There we go. Alright. Boy, the AI really likes to... Well, should I? Maybe? Should I? No. Yeah, okay, no. Now, if I don't do it soon... AI is always right there on the edge of routing. See who else has joined us here. Dragon of Doom, welcome. Welcome back. Great to have you here tonight. Never told you folks that I absolutely love streaming. I love making videos, period. I had a headache before I joined the stream. It had been a rather boring day. Rather, you know, just kind of like meh, like feeling and everything. And now I'm smiling and I'm having a good time. I love streaming. I mean, obviously I still like making videos because I make videos, but I really do like streaming even better.
Moving on. Supreme sorceress.
Yeah, again, don't take that to mean like, oh, Air's quitting videos, full-time streaming. No. I'm not quitting any videos. But I really do.
A monstrous trap.
Thanks, Mike. Glad you appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all being here too. Just feels like always such like a relax and a recharge after I'm done streaming. Like I always just go out of the room and I'm done. I'm like, like that was great. Stream you making videos?
So much death.
I could. May not be very exciting, but
Feed, minions! Bring a stampede!
see, Steve Irwin's waiting to feast on Talabheim. We'll definitely want our towers. Let's wait.
Evading! Hound and ravage!
Thanks, Evil Monkey. Glad you appreciate the content. Like I said, I love making it. I've been doing it for, I think, about 12 years. Making content, and I don't have any plans on quitting. You all may want to get rid of me, but unfortunately for you, I do not have any plans. I feel like we... Did I not save my game? Like, I feel like I was a little farther than this last... I don't know. We're gonna take Matorka from the Dwarves, because if I kick off a war against the Border Princes, it's gonna force a war with the Dwarves anyway, and Matorka is a port that is actually in a suitable climate. So I'm gonna take that one. Let's see here. We've got... Let's go into the Dread expansion stance, and let's get... I'm gonna build. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. I was like, how come I can't build? Man, I've been playing so much Rome Total War Remastered too, just kind of on my free time. And that game is really good. It is a gem. It is an absolute gem of a game. And, I mean, yeah, I still like Warhammer better. Like, Warhammer is going to be my favorite Total War until Creative Assembly makes something better. But man, it is so nice to be able to play Rome Total War and have the new quality of life. It's like getting to play an old classic and not have to be annoyed by the things that were as bad about it. No, there's still bad stuff. Yeah, the AI is still pretty stupid, stuff like that. But I mean, that was just part of the quirk of the game, and I can kind of chalk that up to nostalgia. But like trying to run the camera controls with the arrow keys, and oh my gosh, it was just terrible. Like, so it's so nice having some of the little quality of life things better, and then getting to play the old game. So
Another enemy devoured!
anyway, yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully you all like it when it comes out too. It has been so much fun. I've been playing ahead on the Carthage campaign, and just having a really good time with it. It is such a different game, and people constantly like look back on past Total Wars with rose-colored glasses as if they were perfect. And where did I get killed, by the way? No, I think we were just missing a unit in Regina's army. Yeah.
Peerless.
I think we were just missing a unit in that army. Anyway, they look back on it with rose-colored glasses, and the old games were good. They were very good. But like people say, oh, the new building mechanics in campaign are like so third grade. Like the old ones were so much more, you know, involved. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm playing the old game. You build a whole lot more buildings, but you do it the same way. You just click, and it's like you're kind of constantly building buildings in the old Total War games, whereas in Warhammer there's like kind of a break between building buildings. A lot of times, like I don't really see that big of a difference. Like people act like that it was like this earth-shattering, groundbreaking difference, and I'm like, just doesn't seem all that different. Like, and honestly, for me, like a lot of people always probably wonder, like, well, how can Air like Warhammer? You know, how did he play all these old games? It's because the battles are better, and the faction diversity is better, right? Battles are everything in Total War, and that's part of the reason why I'm having a lot of fun in Rome Total War Remastered, because the battles are a lot of fun in that game. They're a little bit janky compared to new stuff, but they're still fun. Like Like, it's really fun to play it and, you know, just kind of remember the good old days where, I mean, getting a hammer and anvil charge was everything in Rome Total War Remastered. It was absolutely everything. And, you know, just kind of pulling out that old playbook and going through it. It's fun. It's a good time, right? But, the magic and flying units and breath attacks and special abilities and like all the other stuff they added. Like, it's really neat. Units that can stalk, you know, like things like that that have changed the battles, and it's so much better. They added ambush battles to Rome Total War Remastered, because ambush battles I don't even think were a thing. They got added in Barbarian Invasion expansion, I think. And so it's really neat to see the evolution of the battles in Total War, because I think that's really what the game is all about. And although I don't find them necessarily as exciting as, say, like Warhammer, I mean, they've made a lot of improvements in other Total War games battles as well, like Three Kingdoms and Troy and all that stuff. So I'm glad to see him making progress on that. But of course, I still like the classics. Hey, Tyler, thank you. Thanks for joining us tonight, and thanks for being a channel member. You'll help me give Tyler some thanks in the chat there, too. Let me know how long you've been watching the channel for, Tyler. Always appreciate getting to know. Thank you for the support. Make sure you spam some of those emojis now. I particularly enjoy the Saltast that Warner made for me. It's a fine one, indeed.
Tell me, have you any unusual creatures for me?
Have you any unusual creatures for me? I really do like the voice actor for Rakarth. It just, you know, it's very squirrely, emo, like sounding. I like it. It's very well done. Very well done. Let's see. Nah, I'm not interested. Holy crap, Nikki, you are rich with salt pennies. The salt gods have poured bags of salt over your head. Tyler says, I've been watching since the Saga series and Fall of Samurai. Oh man, that was a good one. Oh man, did we have some times in Shogun 2. We've had good times in every Total War game. Like I said, Shogun 2 was a really fun time. Jeff says, just started his own Rakarth campaign after watching this. Good work, fella. Well, good. I hope you're enjoying it, Jeff.
Who seeks me?
I've really enjoyed the Rakarth campaign. I think it's been a good time. Like, it hasn't been, like, the most amazing campaign that I've ever played and all that stuff, but it's very good. It's very good. Let's give Appius a martial name of power. I think he said he was streaming tonight, by the way. I think he's going to stream some Rome Total War Remastered. So we'll see if Appius joins us later and is able to confirm. Give him Soul Blaze or... Oh, he'll want Hydra Blood. Oh, and we did call him, well, I mean, Vampire Lair. Not that he's a vampire, but, you know, we'll drink some Hydra Blood. I think Appius would appreciate a good glass of Hydra Blood.
I command the
I mean, who doesn't enjoy a good cup of Hydra Blood?
ferocious.
Seems like something that people would enjoy.
Dread Lord of the Druki, a vile.
I mean, I'm sure Grom enjoys it. He enjoys eating just about anything that can be, like, fit in his mouth, I would assume. And considering his size, that would be pretty much everything on the
I
planet.
approve of these dark deeds.
Glad you approve of these
Nature's
dark
torment.
deeds. I need to get... What can we recruit out of here? Not much.
Monstrous.
Let's see what we got available to us. Oh, we got another Hydra. You know what? Have another single entity? That's never a bad thing.
Druki Series.
Never a bad thing.
All-powerful sorceress.
Where the Empire went.
On the prowl.
Let's get up here and take Wiseman from him.
What do you seek?
The wild speak to me.
We'll have Ash,
No
Ketchum
rest
move
for
up
the
here,
wild.
and then we'll bring
I want
Regina
them
up.
Dead.
Give her the honor.
Mother of the Dark Convent. Delightful screams. Cower before my might.
All
Leave
right.
no stone unturned.
Go ahead and just occupy here. There's really not enough loot to
Sorceress
make
of
it
the
worth it.
Dark Convent.
Ketchum,
Feel my
Wiseman
power.
under our control. Go ahead and build up that building a tier. So the Empire is out of settlements here. They have one way up here, but I got a feeling that Nagaron's about to run roughshod right over Dieterschaffen, or however you say that, and then Nordland. So the Empire is gonna be feeling the pinch if it isn't already. is definitely going to be feeling the pinch. Let's see. What did I do with all my... I could have sworn I had an... Oh, it's sieging Talabheim. Ugh.
To the fray!
Alright, we got our towers. Let's go ahead and run the siege here. How's the dueling going tonight? Anybody get some nice victories? Get me some Fresca. Alright. Got our infantry in the towers. Gonna be a lot of great swords on the walls. I love how this tower is like sitting on the side of this hill. I mean, I don't think the center of gravity on that thing's low enough to be keeping it upright at that point, but sure. I'll go along with it. Start our deployment. Let's throw some... Witch elves are not gonna like fighting. Look at that one too, like leaning way over. It looks great. We're gonna get the dragons to help out with this, and of course our shades. Druki! I love the way they're always screaming about being a Druki. Whatever you are, make sure you scream it loud enough so that everybody hears it over and over and over again until they're like they don't want to hear it anymore. That's definitely the way to do it. Steve Irwin up here. Got Sandy Ravage. I love these names. You are the best. How do I... Oh, I don't ever want to do a stream again unless it's live streaming, or campaigning unless it's live streaming. I love all the names and everything we get, all the characters and stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, here we go. Let's get this siege underway, shall we?
Bring us a death.
Kill them! Agreed! By your command! Cold-blooded killers!
Move up our shades, get them some shots. Things should be kept busy enough. Let's get my leadership group moving up. I'm going to send the Hydras up to bust down the gates here very shortly. Alright. Ooh, them handguns hurt a little. So do the towers. Our shades should be getting some really solid hits though. Let's bring this dragon up here. Hopefully we don't hit the gatehouse with that. Oh yeah, I kind of did. Whoops. Alright, dragon. No, no, no. Come here, dragon. There we go. Give our shades a little help. Ooh, boy, this shade getting owned there. Run! Fall back! I don't want to re-recruit you.
Beastmaster! Overwhelmed!
There we go. Alright, so we've at least softened up the units on the walls a little. Let's get the Hydras to come pry the gate open. We'll get rid of these handguns and halberds here. Alright, well that should silence the handguns. We'll just be taking a lot of damage from the towers. I'm gonna pull my shades back for just a moment. And kind of get them back out of the line of fire for a moment.
Beastmaster!
Here we go. Gonna do a little damage to some of this infantry. Summon up some Manticore. Right, our infantry is gaining control of the wall rather easily. Great swords didn't really challenge us here. Just what I expected, I think. But hey, I'll take a freebie when it's so graciously handed to me. A lot of cavalry we gotta take out. Let's send our Manticore to start getting after their lord here. And then I need my Blackguard and Scions of Mathland to start coming off the wall and engaging cavalry. Alright. Let's get over here with our flyers. Start taking some hit points off of this stuff over here. They don't need those hit points anyway. Get a triple Dragon Breath special. There we go. Got the gates open. Let's bring up these two Blood Rack Medusa. And let's get group 1 and dive down to finish this one off. Debuff their lord a little here. Oh yeah! Our goon squad jacked them up real quick. Speaking of, let's grab one of the members of the goon squad and go get rid of these guns over here. Don't much appreciate what they're up to at the moment. I thought I told my Blood Rack Medusas to get up here. And then the Charybdis. Gates open. Come on through. What is up with the Blood Rack Medusas? Oh, the gate's not open. It glitched. Okay, well that explains why the Blood Rack Medusa wouldn't move through. Gate glitch. Oh, the Empire is so much more pleasant to fight when they don't have rockets. You know? It's like when you fight the Skaven and they don't have Warp Lightning. Your life's just a little brighter as a result. Hey, wait. Someone's talking about loving Oreos? I love Oreos. Who's got Oreos?
Beastmaster!
I want Oreos.
By my spear! Going! Dash!
Alright, can the gate quit glitching so we can get in here? Like, total gate glitch out right now, and I mean, I should be in control of the gatehouse. I mean, look how many forces I have in its presence. Like, I mean, the fact, yeah, I think it is under my control, actually. All right, there we go. Hey, handguns, I got an idea. How about you die? You know? Like, you die now. How does that sound? Fair deal? How is this infantry not routed? I mean, they were seriously getting crapped on by like 5 or 6 different flyers. Their lord is basically dead over there. Oh, were we saying Oreo because of what the elf units say? Elfry and Oreo, or like something like that? That's right. Where is Regina? Gonna be in trouble if she doesn't make it to the stream. She's a required participant. Okay, let's go help our heroes here. There we go. Got it done. Steve Irwin for the win. Steve Irwin for the win. All right. Well, his army is pretty solid there. Of course, the Sisters of Slaughter in a decent position here up against the Empire, which doesn't have like a ton of armor all the time. Against Chaos or something, it'd be pretty bad. Unidentified Leviathan says, Air Carthage, question, how do you defeat Hannibal's wing tactic? Well, I don't know what you mean. Like, what's the context? In a total war game? Like, in a PvP against the AI? Like, what's the context there?
Sacks. What you don't take, burn.
Oh, we sacking.
Beasts, kill.
We sacking.
High Beastmaster.
In real life, I don't think you do. Don't allow yourself to be outflanked.
Beast Commander.
I would imagine if you're fighting a real battle and you allow yourself to be outflanked, and I mean, it depends. Like, say, like modern day warfare is so very different than ancient warfare, right? If we're speaking in the context of ancient warfare, then I mean, you certainly don't want to let yourself get in that position. Like, if you look at there weren't many of them, but if you look at the smarter Romans, especially those who were trying to face off against Hannibal, they basically learned that the best way to face off against him was to not face off against him, right? If you can't beat him at his own game of tactics, then you don't give him the opportunity to defeat you, right? So I guess it just depends. I don't think Scipio would have really figured that much out. See, everybody likes to give Scipio a ton of credit. They think he's like really good, and I really disagree. Like, I don't think Scipio was a great commander. I think it was his grandpa that got owned by Hannibal in one of the first battles. And I think Scipio had the benefit of watching everybody else get owned by Hannibal, and then at the very end, he had the benefit of having enough troops, having the support of his home country, having all this stuff fall into play. Like, was he a bad commander? No, I don't think he was a bad commander. I wouldn't rank Scipio very high in my ranking of ancient commanders. Like, I don't think he was particularly impressive.
High Beastmaster.
There were Roman commanders who were probably a lot better. But Hannibal was clearly better as a commander than all the Romans. And some people are like, well, he lost the war, heir, but he lost the war. What I would say, though, is how many Romans went into Carthaginian territory without the support of the Roman Senate and then won for 16 years straight against massive odds, right? They just didn't. They didn't. The Romans, of course, weren't stupid enough to put themselves in that position like Carthage was by not having like a professional army or anything else like that, right? Which, to their credit, was great. Like, the way the Romans ran their army was much smarter than what Carthage did. Carthage was not intelligent about the way that they ran their army, and they paid for it multiple times. In fact, they should have easily won the Second Punic War if they didn't rely on mercenaries. Maybe having some mercenaries, but if they'd have just, like, had a regular army with some semblance, that Hannibal had put it through, they would have easily won the Second Punic War because Hannibal was such a better commander than the Romans. Because, again, look what he did to them with just mercenaries. Imagine if Hannibal had a proper army. You know what I mean? Like, he would have absolutely taken a dog dump all over him, worse than he already did. And so anyway, but again, I got to give the Romans credit where it's due. They had a good system. They had a good system in place, and it was very resilient. And I think that was actually one of the things that made them the strongest. I don't know that it was really always their leader. Hating on Scipio like a real Carthaginian? Yeah, I have to. Hey, thanks for the 10, Painfully Average Gamer Dad. He says, thanks for all the awesome content. Well, thank you for always being here and supporting. But anyway, yeah, if you all disagree with me, it's fine. I don't, from all the stuff I've read, I'm just not particularly impressed with Scipio. He was okay. Like I said, he was kind of okay. Like, I don't think he was anything special. I think the reason why he gets so much accolades and honor is because he was the Roman that finally ended their embarrassment of being beaten so badly and so many times by Hannibal. Like, I think that's the reason why history smiles so kindly on Scipio, right? Is because he was the Roman that finally put an end to their over a decade of embarrassment. But yeah, Fabian or Fabius was the one who had it right. Fabian tactics. That's how you defeat what Hannibal did, was the Fabian tactics. If you do not possess the military prowess at the same level that your opponent does, then you don't play their game, right? And that was exactly kind of what Hannibal's mindset was. Hannibal knew he couldn't play the Romans' own game against them and win. He didn't have the right troops for it. His troops weren't trained or equipped the same way. So you'll notice that his ambush tactics and his outflanking and all that stuff was clearly him admitting that he could not just play the power game head to head. with the Romans. He knew that,
Bow.
and so he never did. You know, he always put himself in a position where he could play his game against the Romans, and the Romans, who just kept feeding their armies to him like a wood chipper, were just falling for it. And so I think that he does get credit for it in a way, but in a way not. Scipio kind of takes a lot of the credit, right, for essentially what Fabian got started. And if it weren't for him, you know, Scipio would have never even been in a position to ever win, because the Romans would have thrown away all their armies repeatedly against Hannibal because of their inability to recognize that, you know, you don't play his game. So I think Fabian really, he may not have been like the most amazing military commander, but he clearly had a sound mind when it came to how to deal with the problem that was at hand. Basically deny Hannibal reinforcements, deny him supplies, and limit where he can move. So you basically let him win, but you let him win in such a way that he's not really winning much, if that makes sense. Hannibal versus Hamilcar. I've read a little bit about Hamilcar, obviously, because I've read some about Hannibal. Hamilcar was pretty strategically sound, but Hannibal, I don't know, you would assume that he has to have maybe gotten some of that from his father, but then again, Hannibal spent a lot of time in Iberia as a youth around fighting with his, I think it was his older brothers. I want to say Hannibal's dad died. Hamilcar died in Spain, if I remember right, and I want to say it was when he was fairly young. I think just Hannibal knew a lot about the battlefield by just virtue of having been exposed to it from a young age. I don't know. I mean, if I just had to venture a guess, I would say that Hamilcar didn't possess the same capabilities that Hannibal did, because Hamilcar did not have anywhere near the same success that Hannibal did against the Romans. But then again, I don't know. Matt says Fabian is a classic strategy over tactics. Yeah, I mean, Fabian definitely had it right. He definitely had it right. That dude figured it out before the rest of them figured it out, and he was very unpopular for it because it was very much not a Roman way to deal with things.
Who seeks me?
But there was another piece in which Hannibal highly miscalculated that a lot of people aren't as familiar with. They always just like to see, you know, the little screen message on a Total War game that says Hannibal knew how to win a battle but not the war. That's not necessarily true. Hannibal knew how to win the war. He definitely knew how to win the war. He was lacking support from his home country, and he also underestimated the Roman allies. But he knew that the way to win the war against Rome was to turn its allies against it. And that was his original plan when he came in. He figured if he came in, and he was actually kind of shocked, like after his victories at the River Trebia and at Lake Trasimene and of course at Cannae, he has all these great victories, and the Roman kind of client states and allies that are around them, like the Etruscans and the others, just don't turn on Rome. And he expected them to. He figured that they would turn once they saw, he figured that the Romans were kind of looked at as maybe like evil masters of these protectorates that they had like that, and he expected them to turn on the Romans, and they didn't. And it was actually one of the things that it was one of the few things that he was very wrong about, and it was bad because he wasn't able to get them to turn against them, and it was very detrimental to him that he didn't. So I would say that was actually one of his biggest miscalculations of his campaigns, at least that I've read, was his inability to turn the Roman allies against them. He had hoped that would be the case. Even if they didn't turn against them, they would just stop supporting them. But he did not succeed at really turning any of the Roman allies against them. Talking about Rome just because someone brought it up here, not Alfarius. And I've been playing the Rome Total War Remastered a lot. It's a topic I love. The second, if you haven't read about the Punic Wars, you should go read about it. It's very interesting. Well, the second Punic War is the most interesting one. The first Punic War had a few interesting moments. The third Punic War was kind of a joke. Like, it was pretty much over before it started. But yeah, if you haven't read about the Punic Wars, you should go read about it. It's very intriguing. Both sides did some interesting adaptations, and you can learn a lot from the way that both sides operated. It's pretty fascinating. Unidentified Leviathans has accidentally got him rambling about Hannibal. I'm passionate about that stuff. Yeah, I like it too. Yeah, you should go read about it. Like, it's interesting seeing how Rome, I think, eventually learned how to deal with navies, for instance, when they invented the Corvus and changed the way that they fought naval battles. That was a huge turning point. I think the Punic Wars were really good evidence of how the Roman system was going to be successful. Meaning, like, the way that they trained their troops, the way that they organized their armies, the way that their politics worked. It was a good proof that it was going to be successful in the face of big enemies. Because Carthage was a very capable foe against, well, I say that, Carthage in the hands of Hannibal was a very capable foe. Carthage in the hands of all of its other commanders was kind of a joke, but Carthage in the hands of Hannibal was a very capable foe to Rome. Very capable indeed.
Cease your provocations!
Now, if I was going to say anything was particularly interesting about Scipio, I would agree with you, Matt. They said that one of the things that's impressive is how he willfully retired despite being able to have taken a ton of political power. Yep, that is a rarity among leaders. It is a rarity. Even in today's world, it's a big rarity. People do not like to surrender power once they have it. It corrupts them. Hey, Killscribe, welcome back. Says I don't see Squigs. We are close to Squigs. I don't see any greenskins is the problem. It's going to be very difficult to get Squigs without having any greenskins around.
Tremble before Rakarth.
Declare war on the dwarves here. It's about to get ugly, folks.
Tear them apart.
Dwarves are not going to be very weak. In fact, they're going to be quite strong.
My name shall
Use the Rich
echo
World for the
through
Old World
the
expedition? Yeah, we'll try that again, Winston. Good idea. Totally not Alfarius and then totally not an Acer spy. Did I inspire someone? No, we made that up the other night. Totally not Alfarius, because Regina is like a huge high elf fan. She's one of my viewers. We named that lord after her, and so, you know, since it wasn't high elves, we were kind of joking that she's totally not an Acer spy there. I like the name, by the way. It's good. It instantly gets you Squigs? Really? The old world thing? Yeah, let's see. We need Squigs.
A prize for the hunter.
We got 3 explosive Squigs. How about it, folks? How about it? All we needed this whole time was just Winston.
Beasts, rampage.
And we get some thanks in the chat for Winston for ending the great Squig drought of 2021 Rakarth campaign. The great Squig drought is ended.
Dragon Master.
Let's grab a Beastmaster here.
High beast
I just need somewhere to put the Squigs. We're gonna make a ridiculous army here. Like a
Obey
joke
me
of an
and
army.
die.
High beast master.
We're going to need a bigger cave.
Oh, there we go.
Dominating.
There we go. We got the Squigs.
They will surely turn upon me.
Winston, you just saved the campaign. Now people won't be able to accuse me of not having gotten
Born to
Squigs.
command.
Winston saved our campaign. A hero. I need to replenish this
Dreadlord.
black arc. Oops.
Lord of the Black Court.
There we I think we can't.
Tyrant of
Yeah, I can't
Nagaroth.
sail into the port though until I move my other army out, and I can't move the other army out at the moment. All right, here we go. Let's see. Go ahead and build that up. What else do we need on this turn in?
High Beastmaster.
Probably okay to end the turn. Halibut land. We want to build here. We have shade recruiting. Throw in that one. In this one. Is there ever reason to use Harpies outside of multiplayer? They're okay. Ain't no meaning. Like very early in the game. And thanks for supporting the channel, by the way. Ain't no meaning. They are pretty bad. Like I guess they're okay at like disrupting skirmishers early on, but they're pretty bad. And I would agree. Even with all the buffs that I've seen that lords can give to them, Harpies seem pretty awful.
Taming? I relish the challenge.
That armor piercing or something, that'd be a whole different story.
Calm yourself, dear Brackus. This one means us no harm.
Name a Squig after Winston. I mean, we can name the Lord after Winston. Winston the Squig Herder. How about that? I'm down. Defensive Alliance. This makes sense. I think. They're not at war with any other Druki, so take it. Make an army of dragons. I don't have a bunch of dragons to make an army out of, I don't think. You know what, we need a campaign of just beast. Oh boy. That would be a mess. A hilarious mess. Get some mods so you can have access to all the beasts. That would be pretty hilarious. It'd be like the gun campaign but with beast. Is Warhammer the fantasy version of Total War Shogun? I guess so.
I can bend you to my will, as I can any creature.
Oh, Rakarth, he's so self-assured. Oh, that's an Empire army that rebelled against. That stinks. It won't be as easy to kill as the vampires, unfortunately. Let's send Regina over to help put an end to this Marienburg rebellion.
Beasts of belligerence.
Belligerence.
No rest
Move
for
Ash,
the wild.
catch him up over here. Oh, I didn't do that right because I didn't leave enough.
Lord of the wild things.
Let's
Swarm them.
go ahead and
Unleash
encircle
the horrors.
Balthasar, who's got a pretty sizable garrison
Time for
there.
a mauling.
Continue the
Hound
siege.
and ravage.
Time for a mauling.
Critters.
I love the way he really drags that out there. Like that is quite the emphasis.
Them to the underworld.
Turn number. It is turn number 158. Down here in the turn counter. Wolfthron right next to Albion. It is. Let's see. So we got Squigs. I mean, this campaign is over, but except for the fact that we need to use the explosive Squigs in battle, obviously.
Cain favors me.
Let's pull them out of the settlement so we can garrison the Black Ark.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
The port here, is there a reason why? Oh, I'm in the wrong
Dreadlord
stance.
of
It's like,
the
how come I can't move the Black Ark?
Dry land.
There we go.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
We're in the wrong stance, that's why.
Witness my strength, Brackus.
Hey, Brackus, you want to see some Squigs in action?
Nature's
'Cause
torment.
I sure do. Well, let's rename this.
Reign secure.
Name. Winston. Squig Herder. Squig Whisperer. There we go. Winston the Squig Whisperer.
Bow before Rakarth.
Comes like a voice in Air's ear and tells him, Air, this is how you get Squigs. You've been doing
A
it wrong.
legend among
Oh, we can't quite reach Barakvar. That is
Moving the
unfortunate.
flock.
Yeah, he says moving the flock. Yeah, pretty good name for that army. All the Harpies. It's rather appropriate. Rather appropriate. Access to black dragons. Blackguard. Slave market executioners. Stirland. Access to shades there. Upgrade 3 here.
They bow only to Rakarth.
Drake Cleaver levels up again. Off Indomitable. Dan Moore says Charybdis doesn't perform as well as War Hydra in the campaign, though. If you want monster spam an army that's 1 or 2, yeah. Hydras are definitely more versatile than the Charybdis in campaign. I agree with that entirely. I'm just using the Charybdis here because we have access to him. That Charybdis is still a good monster. It's just that the Hydra, in my opinion, is more versatile because of the healing, and it still maintains armor piercing and the breath attacks. Now, Charybdis will have a breath attack if you get the right ability with Rakarth, but they won't have it everywhere else. And but yeah, I definitely agree with that. The Hydra is, like, if you all ever saw any of my Marathi campaign that I was showing, I would, like, spam Shades and Hydras. The Hydras go tank, and then the Shades just dump missiles in. And so the Hydra is definitely the more versatile for campaign. 100% agree. Winston says, I want to see my beautiful Squigs blow up Air's enemies. Yep, we're working on it. We're trying to get you some sacrificial victims. Would you do a full monster army one day? Well, I mean, I suppose we can. Like, a pretty funny one would be, like, you'd have to have a lord on a monster, of course, which quite a few options there. But yeah, you could certainly do it. You could do it with the lizard men. You could do it with Rakarth. Do it with a bunch of folks. Squig Rodeo coming to a town near you. That's right, Senshi. Squig Rodeo is almost in town. Oh, my messages. Reason? Okay, there we go.
Fail me and
see.
face the lash.
Feel my whip. Rove!
They face doom. Show neither mercy or restraint.
Let's just auto-resolve
There
this real
shall
quick. We gotta go
be
find some
torment.
victims for the
A
old
new
Squigs here.
nest. Let them know
Ooh,
fear.
gosh, that is some
With
beautiful
me.
loot. I mean, I can't help myself.
The Beast Lord ascended.
That is some beautiful loot.
I have control.
Tremble before Rakarth.
Ooh, there's some dwarves.
Will not disgrace my ancestors.
Yes, you will.
Bring a stampede.
You'll get exploded by Squigs and like it. But Winston told me at least.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
You'll be exploded by Squigs and enjoy it.
The wild speak to me. If you insist. To the
Did
slaughter.
we catch? Oh, we caught Balthasar in the march stance. Well, it sucks to be him. Squigs for corn. Winston says Rakarth is surprisingly one of the stronger AI lords in campaigns since he has access to many monsters. That doesn't surprise me because the auto-resolve would probably love it. Sage of Calidor says, Hi Air, just showed up. How you doing? I'm doing good, Sage. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being here. I love being able to recognize a lot of names in chat. Of course, if I don't recognize your name, keep coming back. I'd love to recognize it. Keep coming back, please. It's great to have you here.
Tear flesh from bone. Run
Great.
amok.
No?
Very well. Hi, Beastmaster.
Weitzman. What else we got here? Talibet clan. Go.
Limitless
Let's get
power.
Regina over here to silence Empire Rebels, the Marienburg Rebels. Ooh, man. Quite the march. Now this is pretty funny. I mean, I'm looking at this auto-resolve and it's like, yeah, he still has a pretty good chance. Huh? What planet are you on? Like, just like, seriously, like, what planet are you even on?
Before my might.
I would love to have Dragon Ogres as Rakarth. Now that would be pretty sweet. Dragon Ogres are pretty nice anti-large unit. They're really good. Those guns are vicious. Yeah, I mean, they hope so. They're gonna need to be vicious. I got a whole AI stack starting right behind them. They're gonna need to be vicious. Alright, Nagarathi.
Dark sorceress.
Alright.
We are ready.
Supreme sorceress.
Alright, let's go get in their face. We're just gonna straight up YOLO charge because I got reinforcements coming from behind that are gonna be doing pretty much the same thing. At least I hope so. Watch the AI just leave me out here. If Warner was leading the Empire army, then they could win. Yeah, now that's true, because Warner would give them the appropriate amount of handguns, which is every unit. Oh my gosh, that's... If the AI could actually recruit them and use them right, it would be absolutely terrifying playing against the Empire with that mod that I used when I was playing as the Empire. It would just be downright terrifying.
Sacrifice them.
Taking some shots to the face here. They ain't real pleasant. In case anybody was wondering. Not particularly pleasant face shooting that we're getting. Start throwing some units in here.
Supreme sorceress. Do my bidding. Need for me.
By your command.
Performing!
Alright, well, Regina was able to get up here and overwhelm this army pretty single-handedly.
Skilled murderesses.
Get these Hellblaster guns. Make them dead.
Pain. Slaughter.
Again, why there's not a chain route right now, I just don't understand. How the AI gets away with not having a chain route, like completely surrounded by 2 full stacks and having nothing left but a handgun and a Hellblaster gun. But, you know, whatever makes them feel better.
On to violence. If you wish.
Like, the player would have had to contend with a chain route, like, right when the battle started. There we go. We got him. Regina dealt with those Marienburg rebels. I didn't have nearly enough Hands of the Shadow Crown or Handmaidens or Sisters of Avalorn to really do Regina proud here, but I did the best I could with what I had. I disagree, Sage of Calidor. Everybody needs guns. Elves need guns. Skaven, well, they have guns. Greenskins need guns. Dark Elves need... Everybody needs the guns. Like, I mean, there's not a faction that wouldn't be better with the guns.
Praise be to Hecate.
And no, Warner didn't make me say it. I just believe it.
Becomes
Can you even imagine this game if every faction had guns? I guess it'd just be like 40k then, wouldn't it?
a bloody victory.
Warhammer 2 40k.
Supreme sorceress of Grond. Enchantress.
Well, they got away with a lot more troops than would have liked, but
Black-hearted dreadlord.
I don't suppose there's much I can be doing about that. Our growth. What if there was a zombie Rakarth? What are you suggesting? That I would get Rakarth killed and we would have a need for a zombie Rakarth?
High beast master.
I mean, not that I would ever do something like that, but Aaron never makes those kind of rookie mistakes. Never. Yoke, there we go. Leadership for Harpies. Medusa, ambush success, slave decline rate. Leadership for Witch Elf, Shades. I mean, all of these would be fairly useful. Let's just go with these because we're probably fighting more battles than anything else right now. Alright, just for fun here in the chat, or if you're watching this video afterwards and you weren't here with us live, which game would get you more excited? Warhammer 3 or Medieval 2 or Medieval 3? Which third installment would you be more excited for? Spam it away. Get in there and chat, let me know. See what people think. Obviously, we'll probably be a little bit biased because we're a Warhammer crowd watching a Warhammer video, but Stefano says both. Why not both? I'm not saying I wouldn't be okay with both. It is overwhelmingly Warhammer 3. I guess I shouldn't be surprised based on what we're watching, but yeah, I would certainly prefer both. Admiral Warner is being attacked by this rabble? What is this?
Draw your blades, we fight!
Admiral Warner wishes to show these guys the meaning of hand bows. Empire 2, man, I would love me some Empire 2, Joseph Dutton. I'm most excited for Warhammer 3. I'm very excited for it. The only sad thing is, like, I wonder what they'll do in the realm of Fantasy Total Wars after that. Or will they just take a break? Surely not. Not after the success you've had with Warhammer. Surely you don't take a break from fantasy stuff. Hopefully they'll make a Medieval 3. I know a lot of people want it really bad. And understandably so. It was a very beloved installment, Medieval 2 was, and for good reason. Medieval 2 was an excellent game. Much the same way that I'm out enjoying Rome Remastered right now. If it had been a remastered version of Medieval, then I would be enjoying it just as much. Well, I say that, not just as much because I like the ancient time period, but the games were very similar in terms of how they played and how they were put together. And I can imagine that a lot of people are going to be hoping that Feral does this same treatment with Medieval 2. And unless CA is about to release Medieval 3 or like announce it or something, I don't know why they wouldn't, to be honest. If Rome Total War Remastered comes out and sells well, I mean, that's the very next thing I'd be contracting Feral to do, is just say, hey, great, get in here and do this with Medieval 2, please. And I would just keep working my way up and just resell all of my old games that way. Like I said, if it's profitable, I'd keep doing it. And I think it makes your fans happy too. Let's see. Lord of the Rings for the next fantasy. I don't know. I mean, Lord of the Rings would probably sell just because of the name of the IP and stuff, but
Striking out.
I mean, sure, I would play a Lord of the Rings Total War. Like, I mean, I'd play it. Why not? But I just feel like Warhammer is a better fit to Total War because there's more factions and a lot more behind it and stuff. I mean, unless there's I mean, and I'm sure there is some stuff I don't know about Lord of the Rings, but I feel like that Lord of the Rings just may not have the depth of factions and stuff that Warhammer does. But then again, you know, like CA was able to do a whole bunch of things we wouldn't have normally expected. But then you're probably not going to get Tolkien's family to agree to, oh yeah, hey, let's just let this random video game producer start adding to our universe. Like, I don't see that happening. I'm trying to bomb my cold ones for. Lay off me. Got me a break, you filthy dowie. So yeah, I don't see that happening, and I don't know. I don't know if the Lord of the Rings Total War could be as expansive and diverse as Warhammer. I think it'd be good. I mean, we've seen the mods that were in Medieval 2. I think it'd be good, undoubtedly. I just don't know if it would be quite as good as Warhammer. Star Wars. Now listen, I'm always down for a good Star Wars game, but it's clearly not going to fit the Total War franchise now. I've said this on other streams, and I'll say it again. I'd be totally fine if CA branched out. Yeah, I mean, look at Halo Wars 2. Halo Wars 2 didn't get the kind of attention that I feel like it deserved. It is an excellent strategy game. Absolutely excellent. Very fun. And it's in a universe that I really enjoy, obviously, because I like Halo as well. But I mean, it's just an absolutely excellent strategy game, and Creative Assembly developed it. They could make some classic RTS games that would be able to fit more fantasy elements in it, or just, you know, loosely fit them to historical, whatever they want to do, right? They could easily make classic RTS games. They're clearly capable of it, because, like I said, the one that they made was great. And I would love to see them do that. But I don't know if they have plans on any such thing at the moment. Halo Wars 2 is absolutely excellent.
I go full. Advancing.
Alright, we got those gyrocopters. It was only Windows Store and Xbox, and yes, that's a problem they should have rectified, Dylan. I think that's probably a big reason why it didn't sell as much as it should have otherwise. You don't make a strategy game and not put it on the PC. Like, so Microsoft, like, I don't know what they were thinking, but they obviously weren't. Whenever you make a good strategy game like that, don't make it widely available as possible on the PC. Yes, it was available on the Windows Store, but let's be honest. I own one game on the Windows Store, okay? One game. And you know what it is? Halo Wars 2. I own one game on the Windows Store, and it's Halo Wars 2. Because people just don't buy their games on the Windows Store. I'm really glad to see what Microsoft is doing, though. Like, I'm really glad to see them untethering their gaming ecosystem away from having to have Xbox hardware. And it's like, if you want Xbox hardware, go for it. We still sell that. But if you don't, we're just going to put the games on computer. That is fantastic. Thank you. And not only put them on the computer, but we'll even put them in Steam. Like, so really great to see Microsoft coming around on that. Like, that's fantastic. Wish more game companies would do that. Quit fighting it. Just put your crap on all the platforms. But trying to have everything being exclusive, like, that's so annoying when you feel like a gamer, like, oh, I have to buy each console, and then I have to have an Epic Game Store app, and I gotta have the Steam one. I just let people pick. Put the games out there and let people pick, for goodness sakes. Like, now I understand that you can't put every PC game onto a console, because actually you could, to be fair, you could. Just those consoles need to start supporting a mouse and keyboard. Again, that would be the best way for the overall gaming industry to work. I mean, consoles are already a computer, essentially. Just stick a mouse and keyboard on there with them so that they can handle any game.
Follow orders.
Yeah, I don't like all the exclusive, like, everything's got to be an exclusive. Everything's exclusive. PS5 and Xbox already do support mouse and keyboard. Can you play games with them? I've not seen people playing games with the mouse and keyboard on the Xbox or the PS5. Because honestly, I mean, if they have good solid mouse and keyboard support, other than a developer who's exclusively for PC games not having enough resources to develop a port of something to the different consoles, otherwise, if they do have the resources, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to put stuff on the consoles if you have the controller support for it, you know, like via mouse and keyboard.
May their deaths be slow.
Agreed.
A bloody victory. Powerful enchantress.
COD allows you to at least on PS5, but really the controller is great. See, I used to think that a controller was the only way I could play first-person shooters, because, you know, I learned the only first-person shooter I used to play was Halo, and I learned it on a controller, and I used to think, I was like, man, how could I ever play Halo without a controller? And I understand, like, that some people may just prefer it, but it took me a while to get used to. But, I mean, once Halo hit the PC, and I was getting, like, 200 plus frames per second, and precision feel with, like, the mouse and keyboard, I was like, yeah, screw the controller. Like, no thanks.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
There are still a few games, I think, that lend themselves very well to a controller, and they're few and far, but like Jedi Fallen Order is a good example. You can play it on the mouse and keyboard, but that is one where I actually choose the controller, and I want to use the controller because I find it superior to the way that game plays.
Of Nagaroth. High Beastmaster. No rest for the wild.
I love mouse and keyboard, but not when reclining on the couch. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Agreed. Oh, I can't attack this stack over here, though I think we... Here we get... Do a lightning strike and just take out one stack just to break the siege, and then I can use my reinforcements to help me out. Fortunately for me, they don't have a lot of artillery. They have a lot of gyro bombers, though. Need to shoot those little buggers down.
Fail me and face the light.
Close up and pause on the squigs. Yeah, I'll get you all some squig footage here. I'll get you some squig footage. I feel like there are definitely certain games that just lend themselves well with a controller. Like, for instance, I play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That game, like, I wouldn't want... Like, if it went on a computer, I'd just keep using a controller. Just because I think it lends itself better to that. But it just depends on the game. Hey, Grant! Thanks for the 5. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Grant. How long have you been watching? What brought you here tonight? Thank you so much for the support. They have got a lot of guns. A lot of guns. Let's actually... Dragons in a separate group over here. Alright, let's try this. I'm gonna be on fire at will. I'm gonna try and sneak up and get some shots on that artillery. I expect the gyro bombers to kind of come YOLO me though, so that's why I left a few flying units to help support. Yeah, they're gonna spot my... No, they have not spotted my shades. Wow, these shades really got close there before they were spotted. Real close. That was excellent.
To destruction.
Just need to push these gyro bombers off for a minute. Second. It's over here, get a little support. Let's mow down the organ gun. Need to keep these gyro bombers off me, so I'm gonna have to run an attack order here. Alright, there we go. Gotta stay out of their thunder range though, because we're gonna get shot up bad by thunders. Let's get in here and get these dwarf warriors. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Making some foolish mistakes there. Gotta get the dragons up here to get the attention of these units. Now we can move the shades in. Soul steal one of the gyros.
Moving. Dominate.
Swing this whole up here. Let's get off those gyros now. It's actually a really good position I have over here.
Cold-blooded killers. Making ground.
Yeah, it's a really good position we got over here. I'm gonna hold this position.
For the king.
This gyro bomber. Yeah, if I can hold this position. Oh my gosh, we melted that gyro bomber like a stick of butter in the microwave. Holy cow. That was pretty good. That was good. Kind of a waste of a pursuit here. Right, our infantry should dump all over this dwarf infantry pretty well. We've gotten rid of the Thunderer threat for the most part. A couple more units back here. Give these dwarves a little bit of medicine. Alright, there we go. Some bombardment action going. Actually melt that gyrocopter first. Ooh, bombardments are getting nice. Very OP. Let's see if we can melt that dwarf lord real quick. Now, I understand why dwarves don't chain route quite as easy. Longbeards are immune to psychology, their leadership's all ridiculously high, so it's not particularly surprising. See them gonna be holding on to the bitter end.
Sorceress of Grog! Elfry and Aha!
Going!
Or Elfry and Aha. We're sealing this guy's soul. Let's pierce his body with bolts right into a shielded flank, and it was still really good. So that guy is gonna get shreked. He's gotta deal with blackguards now.
Advancing. It is done. Forward. To destruction.
Can't target these dead on a unit, unfortunately. Don't know if it would do much good if I did, but I'm gonna try it. Come on, my beautiful shades. Alright, we took a little more hit point damage than I would have liked here. Matthew, thanks for the 5. It says Elfry and Aha. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate the 5. Yeah, what does that mean, even? Can anybody explain that, Elfry and Aha? Anybody know what it means? Grant said, by the way, I didn't get to his comment earlier, he said that I've been watching since Rome 2. Thanks, Grant. It's great to have you here all these years then. Appreciate you being here tonight as well. Appreciate it, Grant. Matthew, yeah, Elfry and Aha. I don't get that one. Regina said it was blood. Okay. Is Aha like one of their like lords or something else?
You fought well, my beasts.
We do not bow.
Bow before Rakarth.
Yeah, bow before Rakarth. Oh, good. They had to flee away too.
High Beast Master.
Master of all.
No, because then I think these two dwarves are within support range of each other, aren't they? If I attack here, does he get the reinforcements? I don't think he does. So if that's the case, like if I don't think they're in reinforcement range of each other. It's like this tiny little spot right here where I think I can come across the settlement.
Born
I
to
think we can get Scalf Silverhorn or whatever his name is here without having to deal with the other Dawi stack. That is correct. We can get it done. Put the AI garrison under control, and then I'm going to
fail me.
finally get to use some exploding squigs, folks. Exploding squigs. Here we go. Tyler, thank you so much for the 10. Appreciate your support tonight. He says, now I am become sleepy, the goer to bed. J. Robert Oppenheimer, father of the PJs after warm milk. Hey, I don't know about warm milk, but I can certainly handle some milk. A whole bunch of Oreos. I'm down with that. As far as PJs go, though, I think I'm just like the gym shorts and t-shirt type. Like, I don't know if I do like proper PJs. Is anybody here like, I mean, do you do like the proper pajamas? Or are you just doing something kind of like me? Thank you so much, Tyler. Appreciate the support. You'll help me thank Tyler as well. Very much appreciate it. You know, I didn't even use these Knights of the Ebon Claw in the last battle, did I?
Merciless warriors, ready to rule.
Oh, Stefano, that's a good question.
My whip away.
What's my favorite cereal? Hey, Tyler, let me know how long you've been watching, too. I may have already asked and then already forgotten, but I apologize if that's the case. Just underwear for Nicola. Hey, why complicate things, right? Shorts all night. Oh, my Harpies. Oh, the great harpening is upon us, folks. The great harpening. Winston has brought the beast. Well, the exploding squig is only a single unit, huh? Alright, alright, alright. Can we use the harpies to like fix them so that we can get the squigs into position? What does this exploding squig look like? Yeah, that is a single exploding squig with a fuse burning. Sure enough. Is it kind of like a, I'm assuming it's, assuming it's like a bloated corpse, kinda? Speaking of keeping it simple, I sleep buck naked. Oh, jeez. Well, you know what? I knew that was coming when we brought this up, so I won't be surprised now. To each their own. Alright, folks. We have brought a very odd army indeed. We're gonna use it to like tie the dwarves down, use a bunch of bombardments, and then get our exploding squigs into position. Our one-use exploding squigs.
Beastmaster!
Beastmaster up here, right? Okay, great.
Guards!
Great. Alright, group 4. Move out. Group 1. You need to hard group. And then you can move out. Alright, there we go.
Suffering for all. Here!
There's no lights! Two more!
Superior!
Senshi, thanks for the 5. It says the 3 Squig Stooges. That's right, we got Larry, Curly, and Mo here. I didn't get a chance to name them before the battle, but I like where you're going with that, Senshi. Larry, Curly, and Mo reporting for duty. The 3 Squig Stooges. Ready for Squig slapstick. Senshi, thanks for always supporting the channel. Being here for all these streams. You're fantastic. Thank you. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Yeah, they're gonna feel that. Hope they don't blow up my exploding squigs. Want to see him in action here. Alright, let him have it. Get it done. Give the exploding squigs the cover they need. Useless harpies. All you gotta do is last long enough to get the exploding squigs in there. That's quite the lightning bolt. This looks like a pretty nice juicy blob right there. Right there. Alright, let's see. See what it looks like. Can't miss the exploding squig after all this weight. Ooh! Yeah, he pretty splody. Oh yeah, got another good explosion in there. There we go. There you go, folks. You got your exploding squig. That all suicide harpy squig combo. Larry, Curly, and Mo jumping into action, giving the dwarves a poke between the eyes.
The merciless host! As you say!
Right, the Harpy army was pretty useless as expected, but you know, it did the job for the squigs. Attack! Chill a Suntar, let's put some chill out here. Let's share some chill.
Black guards! We understand!
Some more bombardments. These filthy Dawi.
I will go!
I love those black arch bombardments. They look so good. Woo! Big boom. That was the 3 Squigateers. Oh man, Operation Squigs is over. Yeah, we exploded some people. Happiest. Are you streaming tonight, by the way? Are you following me up with some Rome Total War Remastered? When it's time, I'm gonna yield the streaming to Appius. He is streaming. You all go check it out. Air has a plate of nachos waiting, and I'm looking forward to that too. One for boom and boom for all. That's right, Appius.
The tower
shall kneel before Rakarth.
Yeah, you all make sure and go check out Appius's Rome Total War Remastered stream, okay?
Bow for Rakarth.
How come YouTube doesn't have like a hosting system? You know,
High
where I can
Beastmaster.
host someone.
A monstrous prize. Submit to me. To your dens.
High
Is that
Beastmaster.
replenishing? Because of local effects? Okay. Whatever that means.
Grove.
Whatever that means.
The Beast Lord Ascendant.
Not likely.
Alright,
Lord
Warner.
of the Black Court.
Keep our port safe.
Lord of the Black Court.
There we go.
Malevolent Lord.
Speaking of Warner, he should have better units.
Let's go,
Am I right?
Two more!
These two Carnosaurs here. Let's see. Start getting some executioners or something here. Alright. Brody, thanks for the 5. He says, grew up watching you. I remember the great campaign of Carthage and the war on the Turtatani. I loved every video. Thanks, Brody. Oh, the Turtatani. The Turtatani. Their name was just...
Beast Commander.
It was just too good to be true. It's like, how could they have blessed me with such an easy name
To be sure.
to make fun of and to use? Yeah, it was perfect. There was no doubt about it that it was absolutely perfect. How many other folks here tonight were there for the campaign against the Turtatani and all the javelin days that ensued? Oh man, the good times. The good times. I love it. Physical resistance. Get some equipment on these characters. Ooh, Assault of Stone? That's great. Does Warner have any equipment? Appius needs some equipment. Alright, where is... Okay, Warner just needs a hand weapon. Give Winston what we can here. There we go. Charge bonus plus 25. Let's give him some of these banners just for the heck of it. There we go. There we go.
Tremble before Rakarth.
Yeah, tremble. Do some trembling. So, her bloodlust be good. Go. Good stuff.
They will surely turn upon me.
Let's see. Some wound
I
action.
smell treachery.
I still wonder what treachery smells like.
They bow only to Rakarth.
Unleash the horrors.
Okay. Sorceress. Pegasus, all decked out. Okay. Here we go. Actually, no. Back up there. Alright, here we go. Well, we've got some skill points ahead of us here.
I command the beasts.
Now we can turn in. Did they improve the AI in Rome Remastered? I think technically speaking, yes, they made some improvements to it, but it's still very much basically the same AI. It does a few things different. Improved, yes. Overhauled, I would probably say no.
I do not make a habit of meeting with lesser.
Yeah, cleaned up a little would probably be right. I think it does a few things a little better, but still very much behaves like the AI that we were kind of used to in Rome 1.
Death and carnage await.
Yeah, let's see if we can kill Belegar with Warner. This will be a good finish for Warner. This will be a good one for Warner.
We are ready.
Start the battle. Let's get our troops lined up. Our infantry's not going to fare very well in this matchup, but we have a lot of skirmishers. A whole lot. If we can use them well, we can cause intense damage to the Dawit. Potentially win this. I think we can win it.
Cold-blooded killers. The merciless host.
Let's actually have a front line be the skirmishers, because it's not like the Dawit are particularly fast.
Following orders. Druki, forwards! Dreadlord! Advancing!
Okay, get our army put together here. Regina, welcome. You're totally not an Aster spy self. Got to win a nice victory against some Marienburg rebels. Gave him a total Druki beating. Hang on, what happened with my lineup of units here? Oh, my flame cannon, that hurt.
Shades! We are ready!
Oh well, I don't really like my positioning here, but I'm just gonna let it happen. That flame cannon has got to go.
Merciless warriors.
Corsairs! Bleak swords! It is done! Kill them!
Okay, let's charge into combat.
Dark shards! Shades! By your... Without question! Dark shards! Without question! Advancing!
Back up our shades just a bit.
Death! Onwards to murder! Slay them! Pull back!
Alright, unsurprisingly, our infantry is gonna get shellacked. Very unsurprisingly. We just need to fall back far enough and hope that our infantry can just last long enough
Dreadlord!
to help get the job done here.
Dark shards!
I'm gonna actually kind of ignore the Dwarf Lord and just keep shooting at infantry. I feel like that's what we really need to do. We just gotta damage the infantry as much as is possible here. Warner doing in combat, by the way. Be better. Getting a little bit savaged, but the Dawe are also getting pretty savaged. Yeah, my missiles are taking a toll on the Dawe at this point. In fact, let's... Oh, Warner's getting killed by Ghost. That's not fair. Come on, you have to at least fight in the land of the living. Oh boy, we just massacred Belegar. Look at Belegar. He's pretty missile resistant too. Got a lot of ward save. He is getting absolutely murdered right now. Rest in pieces, Belegar. Warner gave you the hand bows of a lifetime right there. Oh, he's still alive somehow. Wow, that guy took a lot of crossbow bolts. That was, I mean, I'm gonna give him credit. That was a pretty impressive number of crossbow bolts to absorb.
They will suffer.
Like that was actually slightly impressive.
Kill them! Massacre them!
We have to kill the Ethereal Dawe Lords, and that will not be easy.
Onward! Slash! Kill!
We're certainly gonna have to get rid of the handguns.
The merciless host! Die, weaklings!
We're just not inflicting a lot of damage to old Stonebeard here. That is understandable. Though King Lun Ironhammer is seen better days.
Pull back!
Let's just kill the Thunderer. Actually, let's mop up these Longbeards here real quick. We got more units coming. This could be a problem. We better start working these Longbeards too. Our infantry is entirely gone. This lightning strike thing may be good if I can get them to stand still long enough to get hit by it, because it is magic damage.
Taruki!
Okay, where did Warner get up? Did I get Warner killed? No. Okay, Warner's still alive. He's going in to try and get the re-kill on King Lun. King Lun's down to it. Oh boy! Stay alive, Warner. Staying alive. Alright, let's see. Where is that? Little Dawe stunted scum here. I'm gonna try and get some magical damage done to him this way. Oh, we gotta spread out. Shades with great swords, you can go ahead and stay in that fight. The rest of those troops need to spread out a little. No, how did King Lun live and get through there? Run, Warner. Don't let him screw you over like that. He's cheating. We did get some damage done to that other Ethereal character. Shoot him! Someone kill him! Back in here. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Good, we got him. Right, our Shades with great swords are doing a pretty good job over there. Yeah, shoot this guy. Let's kill the Thunderers. The Thunderers need to be very dead for us to have any prayer of pulling this off. Warner, can you help shoot this guy too? Of course you can. Your Warner shooting is what Warner does. Okay, good. We cleaned up those Thunderers. Mostly. Alright, our great swords are going to clean up that fight. Gotta get these Longbeards. Let him chase my guys. He's not going to do a whole lot of good. Really, it's just the ethereal crap that's going to be our only real remaining problem here. With that unit. They just don't take a lot of damage to
Carnage awaits.
anything besides a magic attack, but that's okay. We just need to get enough done.
We are ready.
Let's turn this way. Be careful with your ammo at this point, gents.
Death is
We're
coming.
gonna have to finish off this thunder because it's gonna survive both the regrouped Dark Riders and the... There. Okay, good.
Blood will flow.
The engineer character will sit there and try and shoot at us. Should kind of work to our... Oh my goodness, what was that? They have a cannon.
Dealers in death.
They have a cannon.
Shades.
I just need the leadership bar to drop enough.
And death.
If we kill that cannon, which I think we can do, I've got a Blackheart Corsair headed that way, and we can do enough hit point damage to these Ethereal units. He's standing still, so let's try that.
Onward.
Glorious carnage!
Oh, actually, this is dangerous. Warner could get shot and killed by that engineer.
Forward. Dark shards. Merciless warriors.
Shoot him, gents. What are we waiting on? Oh, that was gruesome. That was perfect.
Destruction.
That was absolutely perfect.
By Drakira. Dark shards. Corsairs.
Our Corsairs are going to get a hold of this artillery crew that hopefully they can kill it. That hit was absolutely and utterly gruesome. Exactly what I needed. And we can probably swing the power bar now. If we can avoid a terror route to these filthy ghosts.
Glorious.
Come on, get him. Yes!
Corsairs.
That's one way to kill an undead, Dawi.
Dark shards. Dealers in death.
Oh, really? We're gonna route to the cannon crew? BS. Alright, get up here and finish it. I don't really understand why the power bar is this close. Well, I mean, if we get routed like that, the power bar is gonna be close. Oh, come back. Don't run off. Stay with me. All we gotta do is just drop the power bar a little more. Just flee, don't give him any hits. Don't anybody let him touch you.
Attack! We are ready.
Okay.
Dark shards.
Power bar is very, very close
Rookie. Dark shards. To destruction.
to causing a leadership rout.
The merciless host.
Did it route the cannon? Did it? Yes, we got the cannon. Okay, great.
Dark hell.
Alright, don't let him touch. No touchy, no touch.
Slaughter. Carnage awaits. Glorious destruction. Death is
Take a
coming.
while, but
Battle calls.
work. Oh, good, I got him back.
Onwards to murder.
Everybody dump their ammo into the ghost. Warner is going to gain a great victory here. It'll be hand bows instead of hand guns, but
Dark shards. Forward.
oh no, there's no charge incoming.
Onwards to
Let's put up with that.
We are ready. Advance.
Everybody gotta put up with that.
Rookie. Shades. Murder awaits.
Come on, be gone, be gone.
Going. Nagarothi. Onward.
Alright, who's got ammo still?
Nagarothi. Dark shards.
Down to 270 hit points.
To destruction.
50 hit points. 4230. I really want to wear out all the hit points that I can with the ranged weapons. I don't want to underestimate what this guy can do in melee with the terror route. I think it's unlikely that we would get our whole army terror routed, but it is possible.
Advancing. Nagarothi. We understand.
210, 180, 174.
Blooded killers. Daruki, forward.
So he's down
Dealers in death.
a lot of hit points, down under 100 hit points.
Moving out. We are ready.
68. I think we can finish him with missiles.
Attack.
18. Yeah, physical resistance definitely helps, but
Is coming.
you can only have so much apparently. 2 hit points, dead. There we go. Yeah, I could have used the Black Ark to kill it, but I can't. I have to have him sit still. And that engineer was sitting still with this, so made it very easy for me to get the engineer character, but it was very difficult to get the dude running around chasing me. Yeah, we can. The Black Ark definitely worked because of the magic damage. Admiral Warner with Hambo defeated Belegar and his ghost. Perfect. Anyway, folks, that is going to be all the time I have for tonight. It is time for you to go watch Appius stream, Rome Total War Remastered. Thank you so much for joining tonight. It was great to have you here. If you're watching this afterwards, then thank you very much for being a part of watching this video series. That's going to be it for the Rakarth campaign. I think it's a pretty good way to end it. A pretty good epic victory there from Admiral Warner and his Black Ark. Hope you all enjoyed it. And help me start thinking of some ideas for what our next series is going to be. See, you're too late. We already ended the series. You're too late. You can't kill Winston because the series is over. So Winston, you're immortal anyway. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I will see you Thursday with some Vermintide 2, okay? Vermintide 2 on Thursday, so make sure you join up. We're trying out some of the new free LC and stuff they have there. Anyway, Heir of Carthage signing out. Go check out Appius. See you later.